Sustainability in a changing climate, anticipating and addressing future environmental challenges. Climate change is happening right now, and it's having a devastating impact on our planet. From rising temperatures to extreme weather events, sea level rise, and more. The effects of climate change are becoming more and more apparent. But what's causing this? The answer is simple: us. The burning of fossil fuels and deforestation are the main drivers of climate change, and if we don't take action soon, the consequences will be dire. Let's start with some shocking facts. Did you know that global temperatures have risen by 1.1 degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial era, and that sea levels have risen by nearly 8 inches since 1880? These may seem like small numbers, but they're having a huge impact on our planet. Rising temperatures are causing droughts, heat waves, and wildfires, while sea level rises flooding coastal cities and threatening the homes of millions of people. Climate change is happening right now, and it's not just the polar bears that are feeling the heat, it's all of us. But what's causing this? The answer is simple: the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. It's like we're turning up the thermostat on the planet, and it's getting warmer and warmer. Every time we use energy from sources like coal, oil, and natural gas, we are releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And the more we use, the more carbon dioxide we release, and the warmer the planet gets. Now let's talk about deforestation. When we cut down trees and destroy forests, we're not only losing valuable natural resources, we're also releasing the carbon stored in those trees into the atmosphere. Together, we can build a better future for ourselves and for future generations. Do you know the solution to all this? Climate change is a serious issue, but sustainable development is the solution. It's all about finding a balance between economic growth and environmental protection so we can build a better future. One of the key things we can do is transition to renewable energy. This means saying goodbye to fossil fuels and hello to clean, green sources of energy like solar and wind power. Not only is it better for the environment, but it's also better for our economy and our health. Plus, who doesn't love the idea of powering their homes with clean energy? Another important aspect is protecting our natural resources. This means preserving our forests, oceans, and other natural habitats. We want future generations to be able to enjoy the beauty of nature just like we do. And it also means using our resources responsibly so we don't deplete them. Lastly, promoting sustainable practices is a must. From reducing waste to conserving water, every little change we make in our daily lives can have a big impact on the health of our planet. Sustainable development is the key to addressing climate change. Let's all do our part and make a difference today for a sustainable tomorrow. Climate change is not just about polar bears and melting ice caps. It's about real people and real problems. It's time to take it seriously because it's affecting our wallets, our health, and our safety. Think about it. Have you noticed that your electricity bill has been creeping up? That's climate change at play. The more extreme weather we have, the more power we need to keep our homes cool or warm. And that's just the beginning. Businesses are also feeling the heat, both literally and figuratively. Rising temperatures mean less productivity and more sick days. Plus, more natural disasters mean more damage to infrastructure, which leads to higher costs for all of us. But it's not just our wallets that are suffering. Climate change is also taking a toll on our health. Air pollution is on the rise, and with it, so are respiratory problems like asthma and heart disease. Imagine you're a farmer in a small village in Africa, where the weather is getting increasingly unpredictable. Your crops are failing because of long periods of drought, and you're struggling to feed your family. Rainwater harvesting, drought-resistant crops, and reforestation are just a few examples of sustainable development practices that can help mitigate the negative effects of climate change on your community and ensure the continued well-being of your family and neighbors. In conclusion, climate change is not just a problem for the future. It's here, and it's affecting us now. But if we use sustainable development methods, we can lessen the effects of climate change and help everyone's economy, health, and safety. So let's take action now before it's too late. There are many things that we as individuals, organizations, and governments can do to address climate change and promote sustainable development. One of the biggest things we can do is reduce our carbon footprint. This means using less energy, eating less meat, and driving less. We can also support organizations and leaders that are working to address climate change and sustainable development. And finally, let's not forget the importance of international cooperation and agreements in addressing global climate change. We need to work together as a global community to address this problem so that future generations can enjoy a healthy, prosperous, and sustainable planet. Let's end with some inspiring stories of people and organizations making a real difference in their communities and around the world. Take, for example, a small town in Germany that decided to transition to 100% renewable energy by installing solar panels on rooftops and building wind turbines. They were able to power the entire town with clean energy. Not only did this reduce their carbon footprint and air pollution, but it also created jobs and saved money on energy costs. Or how about a young girl in the United States who started a campaign to reduce plastic waste in her school? She educated her classmates on the harms of plastic pollution and encouraged them to use reusable water bottles and bring their own bags to school. Her campaign not only made a difference in her school, but it also inspired other schools to take similar actions. We can also look at organizations like the Environmental Defense Fund, which is working to protect endangered species and habitats and promote clean energy, or the World Wildlife Fund, which is working to protect endangered species, their habitats, and the communities that depend on them. These are just a few examples of the many people and organizations making a real difference in their communities and around the world. Their stories serve as a reminder that we can all make a difference, no matter how small or large our actions may be. So let's take inspiration from these stories and make a difference in our own communities and around the world. So let's take action today and make the planet a better place for tomorrow. Thanks for watching our video. We hope that you now have a better understanding of the issues and the steps that we can take to prevent further climate change. Remember, this is a serious issue that affects not only the environment but also the health of every living being on Earth. So let's take action to protect our planet and ourselves. Share with us in the comments what are you doing to reduce your impact on climate change. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Global World, for more informative videos. Remember, small actions can make a big difference. Let's work together for a more sustainable future.